Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Connecticut, Mr. Courtney, who is the chairman of the Sea Power Subcommittee.
The gentleman from Connecticut is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution states, Congress shall have the power to provide and maintain a 2021 NDAA, rises to that constitutional duty with a coherent, workable shipbuilding plan and a projection force mark that ensures air and sea lift forces that are capable of fulfilling their mission. It became abundantly clear when the administration sent over its 21 budget that we were facing daunting challenges in our subcommittee's jurisdiction. Air and sea lift were under-resourced. The Navy's shipbuilding budget was cut by 17% from last year. The request for new ships, as verified by the Congressional Research Service, was 7, the lowest since 2009. And the statutory requirement for the Department of Defense to submit a 30-year shipbuilding plan was and continues to be brazenly ignored. Our mark corrects those hits to our shipbuilding industrial base and is aligned to the Navy's actual requested priorities that were not included in February's budget. This includes 9 ships, including the first Columbia-class ballistic submarine, 2 Arleigh Burke destroyers, and 2 Virginia-class submarines, to name a few. I want to foot stomp that the mark reverses one of the most confounding elements of the administration's budget, the elimination of a Virginia-class submarine that would disrupt the 2-a-year build rate for the first time in a decade that Congress has diligently sustained. We have heard from Navy officials confirm that there is industrial base capacity to support a second sub in 21, and that platform is their #1 unfunded priority. Its production represents the most cost-effective way to mitigate our declining submarine fleet. Even more importantly, we heard from combatant commands in the Pacific and the Atlantic about the need to stop that decline and retain our undersea superiority as the most effective deterrent to keep the peace. We fixed that flaw in our work, and we did it underneath the bipartisan budget caps. Mr. Speaker, all of this was accomplished with teamwork, and I want to thank my friend and colleague, Ranking Member Rob Whitman, all of the subcommittee members, our amazing staff, Phil McNaughton, Dave Sinicki, Kelly Goggin, and Sean Falvey, and I also want to thank Lieutenant Commander Cam Massey, our Navy fellow in our office, who was instrumental in getting this fine product. I urge passage of the Thornberry NDAA. I yield.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Washington reserves. Gentleman from Texas.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to yield 3 minutes to the distinguished ranking member of the Subcommittee on Sea